In the previous class, we have derived the relationship for power factor in terms of the various powers, harmonic power and fundamental power, and the THD components, the THD values of the voltage and current, as you can see from this expression. This expression was derived on the basis of the fact that the power factor is defined is equal to P by S. Okay, this is the fundamental definition of power factor. So basically it means it's the ratio of the real power by the apparent power. All definitions have been derived from this fundamental definition. So obviously, if we resolve in terms of the respective voltage and current components at different frequencies, then we can also write this is equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3 and so on till Pn divided by Vrms and Irms. Okay. Now, if we see this, we can further write in terms of the voltage and currents, because P1 is nothing but V1 I1 cos phi 1 plus V2 I2 cos phi 2 and so on till Vn In cos phi n. The whole thing divided by the RMS values of the voltage and currents. And what is this for voltage and current? This is V1 square plus V2 square and so on till Vn square, the whole square root of this into I1 square plus I2 square and so on till In square square root. Okay, these are same expressions, the way we express is different. This is in terms of the active power and the THDs, this is in terms of voltage and currents and the respective power factors. But both are being derived based on this definition, P by S, because this is the fundamental definition of power factor. Okay, why we are going to this expression? Maybe we want to understand the value of this factor. Okay, the value of this factor. Basically, we want to see that this power factor is, let us say, some factor k into cos phi 1. We want to understand what is the behavior of this factor. This k is whether it is equal to 1, it is greater than 1, or it is less than 1. And under what conditions? If it is less than 1, it basically means that power factor has reduced. If it is greater than 1, the power factor is increased from the fundamental. And if it is equal to 1, it means the power factor is unity. What is the possibility? In presence of harmonics, what is the possibility of this factor k, of having its value either equal to 1 or greater than 1 or less than 1. We will see, we have to see. We cannot say in advance that okay, for this circuit is this, for that circuit is this. So we will take a simple circuit first. What we will take? Suppose we have resistive circuit like this. And this is being supplied by a voltage source which is distorted and which has a voltage of V is equal to root 2 Vn sine n omega t, where n is equal to 1 to infinity. So basically it contains all the harmonics. And the current which is flowing in circuit is I, resistance R. So what is the current in the circuit? Since it is a resistive circuit, so current is nothing but simply I is equal to V by R, which basically means that 1 by R is common, sigma root 2 Vn sine n omega t, where n is equal to 1 to infinity. And which basically means root 2 V1 by R sine omega t, if I expand the series, plus root 2b2 by R sine 2 omega t, and this goes on till the nth component, root 2bn by R sine n omega t. Okay? Which basically means this is I1, this is I2, and this goes on plus In. So you can see from this the currents I1, I2 are in respective phases to their voltages. Correct? And therefore, from this expression, we can find out what are the RMS values of the current for each harmonic. So I1 is nothing but V1 by R angle of 0. Similarly, I2 is nothing but V2 by R angle of 0, and so on, till In is nothing but Vn by R angle of 0. Actually, if you want, you can put phasor here, otherwise you can leave it, because these all are having 0 phase angles, so they act like a phasors, reference phasors. So it is optional to us whether we want to add this phasor or we don't want to add it, up to us. Now once we know this, then we can find out what is the value of power factor. So obviously when I want to find out power factor now for this case, so this power factor become like this, that we have a PF, okay, the PF is equal to B1 I1, so this is B1, I1 is B1 by R, and cos phi 1 is 0, so this is cos 0, plus B2 into V2 by R, again cos 0 because angle is 0, and this goes on till we get Vn In by Bn by R, okay, this is Bn by R, and this is again cos 0, and the whole thing divided by B1 square plus B2 square, this goes till Bn square, and square root of this into b1 square by r square, because this is the value of I1 square, b2 square by r square, and this goes till vn square by r square, and the whole is square under square root. Okay, this is the power factor. Now obviously this is equal to 1 by r is common, b1 square plus b2 square until vn square in a bracket, and this is equal to 1 by r is common here also, so 1 by r is common. This is b1 square plus b2 square till bn square square root into, again this becomes b1 square plus b2 square till bn square, again square root, close the bracket. So this becomes same as the numerator, and finally 1 by r goes with 1 by r, and this becomes equal to 1. So what do we see? That power factor is equal to 1. For a resistive circuit. Okay, power factor is unity, irrespective of the fact that there are harmonics in voltage and current. So even there are harmonics, the power factor remains unity. This is because each harmonic component of the current is in phase and is linearly transformed by 1 by r factor. So current waveform are collinear with the voltages, and hence the power factor is unity. Let us also try to understand that what happens if there is a only capacitive or only inductive circuit. Okay, so before we go for this possibility, we'll first try to understand that what happens if I have this circuit, and this is supplied by a voltage source which has all harmonics. So B is same as root 2 Bn sine n omega t, where n varies from 1 to infinity, and therefore the current I flows in the circuit which has all the components. So obviously I has different components, I1 plus I2 and so on till In. So second harmonic in voltage gives rise to second harmonic in current. Okay, therefore what is I1 in form of phasor? I1 is nothing but B1 by j omega L. The impedance is j omega L. So this is B1 angle of 0 because the reference phasor, and this is omega L angle of 90 degree, and therefore this comes up, so this becomes B1 y omega L minus 90 degree. Okay, and what about I2? I2 is B2y j 2 omega L. because now the frequency is twice. So this becomes B2 angle of 0 divided by 2 omega L angle of minus 90 degree. And this goes till we have In. So In is equal to, therefore, Vn angle of 0 divided by n omega L angle of minus 90 degree. So you see, each harmonic component lags the respective voltage by 90 degree. Therefore, phi 1 is 90 degree, phi 2 is 90 degree, and so on. Each phase current lags by each harmonic current lags the respective voltage by 90 degree. And hence the power factor for this circuit becomes P/S, which is B1 I1 cos phi 1, this is cos 90 degree, plus V2 I2 cos 90 degree, and this goes till the nth component Vn In cos 90 degree. Since all are 90 degree, the value will be 0, and hence the power factor will be 0. Therefore, for a purely inductive circuit, the power factor is not affected, it will be 0. So we can write the Pf is equal to 0 for purely inductive circuit. The same way we can prove that for a capacitive circuit, if we use this circuit instead of inductive circuit, other things are same. This is C now. Everything remains same. Omega L becomes 1 by omega C. For this case, omega L becomes 1 by omega C. Okay. So omega L is here. One by omega C, and 90 degree minus becomes plus 90 degree. The rest thing remain same, and therefore for this case also the power factor is therefore P by S cos 90 remains 0 by S, so it becomes 0. So therefore power factor is 0 for capacitive circuit or purely capacitive circuit. Okay, irrespective of the fact that there are harmonics in the voltage and current. So you see that the power factor is unaffected, it remains the original power factor in case of purely resistive and purely reactive network, whether it is capacitance or inductance. So the factor K, which just I described here, okay, this factor K is unity for resistive, it's 0 for, it's 0 you can say, but actually it's not 0 because cos phi 1 is 0, because of that it is 0. So it is not in terms of the factor, but the overall power factor is 0 for inductive, and for capacitive it is unity for resistive circuit, despite the fact the voltage and current have harmonics. However, things become different when we have RL or RC circuit. So we ask next question, what is about the power factor when circuit is induct RL circuit or RC, and what is its relationship with the fundamental power factor. Okay, we cannot say anything till we find out its value. So to prove that, let us take simple RL circuit and try to see that. So we will take here circuit which is resistive and inductive. So resistance R and L combinations are there, and this is being supplied by a voltage source. This is R and this is L. The current flows through is I. This is voltage which has all the harmonics. Okay. So voltage is same, root 2 Vn sine n omega t, where the n varies from 1 to infinity. So this equal to sigma n is 1 to infinity, and this is root 2. So obviously the current will be having different components. I is equal to I1 plus I2 till In. Okay, and from the AC circuit analysis you can find out what are the I1, I2 and I3 and so on by simply using phasors. For example, here I1 is nothing but V1 by R square plus omega square L square square root impedance of the value of the impedance and angle of minus tan inverse omega L by R. Similarly, we can find out I2, which is same as V1 by R square plus omega L square square root minus phi 1, where phi 1 is the angle lag of the current with respect to voltage. I2 is V2 by R square plus omega L square 2 omega L square, because this is second harmonic, so you have to keep it here 2 omega. So 2 omega L square and the square root of this into cos phi 2 minus tan inverse 2 omega L by R, or simply V2 by R square plus omega L square 2 omega L square square root angle of minus phi 2. This goes on till the nth component is same as Bny R square plus n omega L square square root minus tan inverse n omega L by R and this angle, which is nothing but b and y r square plus n omega L square square root minus phi n. So we know B1 and B2 and so on. We know I1, I2 and so on and the respective phase angles. We can find out power factor. Okay. So based on this and the voltage phases, we can write down the power factor is simply P by S, which is B1 into I1 cos phi 1 plus so on till Vn In cos phi n divided by B1 square till Vn square square root into I1 square till In square square root. Okay. We will substitute these values from here and simplify the numerator and the denominator in terms of cos phi 1, because we want to see how the power factor is function of cos phi 1. What is the factor that relates to cos phi 1. So by substituting these currents and the power factor, we can easily simplify this expression. Let us try. So we will take here, but it needs a little more space. So I will see power factor equal to B1 is B1, I1 is B1y r square plus omega L square square root. And what is cos phi 1? Cos phi 1 is cos of tan inverse omega L by r. Okay, so you can write here also that cos phi 1 equal to ry r square plus omega L square. I'm sorry, you may not be able to see it here, so I will put it down. So you can perhaps find it here that cos phi 1 is nothing but ry r square plus omega L square, and cos phi n is nothing but ry r square plus n omega L square. Square root will come here, square root will also come here. So we can substitute this cosine of phi 1, phi 2 and so on in this expression here. Okay. So what is cos phi 1 is r by basically r square plus omega L square and square root. The next term is B2. So I will use one more term, B2 into B2y r square plus 2 omega L square square root, and cos phi 2 is ry r square plus 2 omega L square square root. This goes till another point, which is ry r square plus n omega L square root, and we will have this term, voltage term here, so plus Bn into Bn by R square plus n omega L square and square root of this. And the whole thing divided by the RMS value of voltage and currents. So this is V1 square plus V2 square till Bn square and square root into current RMS I1 square. So I1 is nothing but V1 by RMS value, R plus omega L square, and V1 is, this is I1 square and within square root, plus B2 square by R square plus 2 omega L square. This goes till nth component. So this is Bn square by R square plus n omega L square. This is the complete expression for power factor for the RL load. Now it's not very difficult to simplify this. If we look carefully, we can see this whole thing can be taken common. Okay, this whole thing can be taken as common. And here we can take common as B1. And here we can take common as V1 by R square plus omega L square square root. Okay, so this is common for this is common for this. Therefore, the numerator becomes like this, put here, equal to B1 square is common and R is common by R square plus omega L square. This is common I have taken because the root R square plus omega L square and root R square omega L square together becomes R square plus omega L square. So this is now common, so I will take a big bracket here. Okay, and then we will add here its components. So it becomes therefore 1 plus, because this whole thing is common, and here is B2, this B2 square. So this is B2 square by, it is B1 square, because this is the ratio of square, and then here it becomes R square plus omega L square, because this has become common. Since it was not there, we have to add it, and this is R square plus 2 omega L square. This goes till nth component, so this is finally Bn by V1 square into r plus omega L square by r square plus 2 n omega L square, because this is nth component. So here you will get n, not 2. Okay, so this is n omega L square, and close this bracket here, and the whole thing divided by what is here? b1 square is common from this, so will come out. So I will take b1 here, so it will become b1 square here, because it is common from this, and from b1 is from this, 1 is from this. So finally it is b1 square outside. And then we have 1 plus square root of this, 1 plus b2 y b1 square v1 square. So this is square, whole square, plus till be n y v1 square into, now this has been taken outside and this has been taken outside. So we finally have here as 1 plus b2 square y v1 square into r square plus omega L square by r square plus 2 omega L square. This within square root. Till nth component. So we have bn y b1 square into r plus omega L square divided by r square plus n omega L square. Do you see some similarity between this and this? Do you see similarity between this expression here and this expression? They are same, except this is in square root. So when this goes with this, 1 by 2 comes here. Okay, and therefore one more factor was here, b1 square y. I have not taken it here because we have taken this common, r square plus omega square L square. So square root, of course, because this is taken common, is square root common. I will just correct it in a better way. So just try to correct this here. This common is basically v1 square y root r square plus omega square L square. This common is from this, and 1 b1 is common from this. So now b1 square will go with this, and this will go with this term with a square root here. So finally the power factor becomes equal to r by r square plus omega L square square root into, the factor is here, that factor is 1 plus b2y v1 square into r square plus omega L square by r square plus 2 omega L square till nth term, that is Vn by V1 square into r square plus omega L square divided by r square plus n omega L square. This whole thing 1 by 2. This bracket is not required then. Move it. And then by one plus b2y v1 square till vn y v1 square and square root of this. So I will ask you, what is this factor? This factor is cos phi 1. This is the fundamental power factor, r by square root r plus square plus omega L square. Okay, so this is nothing but cos phi 1. So we can write this as a simply cos phi 1. So this is cos phi 1. And this is the complete power factor. So this is the power factor. So power factor is equal to cos phi 1 into this whole factor. So the factor is basically into here cos phi 1. And if we compare with the previous expression, we can take the cos phi 1 this side here into cos phi 1 equal to Pf. So what is this whole factor? What is this factor? This factor is same as that ratio that I have expressed in terms of 1 plus pH by P1 divided by 1 plus TSD V square plus TSD I square plus TSD V square and TSD I square and whole square root. This factor is same as this. But the advantage is this, in this form, that we can make out what is its value. Here we cannot make out. Okay? How we can make out? You see here in this expression the numerator and the denominator. That for any ratio of B2 by B1, okay, for any value of Bny V1 factor, r square plus omega L square by r square plus n omega L square is always less than 1. Because n is here and n is 2, 3, 4. So obviously the denominator has more value than the numerator. And therefore this factor is less than 1. And therefore the whole ratio, because this is 1 plus b2 by b1 square, this is b2 by b1 square into something less than 1 here, into something less than 1, and therefore the whole factor is less than 1. So we can say that this factor is therefore less than 1 in case of the RL circuit. So we can say that the power factor is therefore is less than cos phi 1, which is a power factor, fundamental power factor for RL circuit. And how much it is less depends upon this factor or this factor. But we have proved that power factor will be less than cos phi 1. In other words, the overall power factor cos phi, this is overall power factor, this will be less than cos phi 1. I have been saying that when there are harmonics, the power factor reduces. We have proved it, but we have proved for RL circuit. Is it always true that power factor, the overall power factor, will be less than the fundamental power factor for the same power delivery? Is it always true? Is also true for RC circuit? We have to check it. Not sure. Okay. So for RC circuit, we need to change the components here in the circuit and try to do the same analysis. Well, it should not be very difficult now because we already have done the analysis. So now for R and C circuit, the only difference is that the impedance will change. So in RC circuit, as you can see, that the omega L becomes 1 by omega C, okay, and n omega L becomes 1 by n omega C. In the previous expression that we used for RL circuit here. So once we replace these terms omega L in terms of omega C, then we will find that the power factor expression becomes 1 plus b2 by b1 square into r square plus 1 by omega C whole square. And in the denominator we have r square plus 1 by 2 omega C square. This goes till nth term, that is plus bn by b1 square into r square plus 1 by omega square C square divided by r square plus 1 by n omega C square whole square root, and divide by this term in the denominator 1 plus b2 by b1 square till bn by b1 square. Now we can see that for any ratio of bn to b1, the factor r square plus 1 by omega C square divided by r square plus 1 by n omega C square is always greater than 1. So we see that the power factor for the RC circuit, you can see from here, the power circuit for the RC circuit is greater than cos phi 1. Okay, and that for RL circuit it is less than cos phi 1. So power factor improves in case of the RC circuit, and it reduces for the RL circuit. This study is being summarized in this table, where you can see that we have a different kinds of circuit: resistive circuit, purely inductive circuit, purely capacitive circuit, and RL circuit and RC circuit. Then there are two cases. Number one, the circuit is supplied by only fundamental component of the sinusoidal voltage source, and in second case we supplied with the voltage having all kind of harmonics. So if we have only the fundamental component here, then the power factor is unity for resistive circuit, that is very obvious. For inductive and for purely capacitive circuit, the power factor is 0, lag and lead, and for RL circuit it is minus cos phi 1, minus because the current lags in this particular case, so power factor is lagging. Its value is cos tan inverse omega L by R, which is same as power factor 1. And in the second case, when circuit is RC, the power factor is cos tan inverse 1 by omega CR, which is power factor 1 or fundamental power factor. In case we have voltage with all harmonics, obviously the current will also have harmonics, but the power factor for this remains unity. Okay, and also for purely inductive and purely capacitive circuit, the power factor remains also 0 and 0, and for RL circuit the power factor is less than power factor 1. So basically cos phi is less than cos phi 1. I have put the mod because the negative sign is here. For RC circuit the power factor is greater than power factor 1. So you see the power factor changes for the same circuit when there are harmonics in voltage and current. We will continue this discussion in the next class. We will define some more power terms and take one example based on these concepts, and then we will switch over to three-phase circuits.